Sanke versus Showa. Is the difference just black on their head? Absolutely not with that one. So going to take this right back to the beginning. There's a lot of variables in this. So the very basic one, if you're watching this and you're really at that level where you're trying to figure out which is which, the very basic rules, and I always use this one: Sanke's spots, Showa's blocks. And that's what we're looking at, the sumi on the body of the fish. If you strip it right back and look at Shiro, Sori, and Beko, which in essence, if you strip the Benny away, that's what you've got. You can see a big difference there. Beko's, you're looking for these smaller sort of nicely placed bits of sumi. Shiro, Sori, Showa, you've got the big heavier blocks. So that's the sort of layout of the sumi. You've got the sumi in the fins being different. Obviously, you've got thicker block of sumi for Showa generally, and the more lines of sumi for Sanke, again on a very basic level. And yes, on the head, sumi on the head, typically you're not going to get a lot of sumi on the head with a Sanke, but you can have sumi on the head. Whereas Showa, you're expecting to see it, and probably quite a lot, to be honest with you. There are fish, however, which do tread these lines very closely. I mean, if we go back to an old lineage, Jinbei, I mean, the farm's not in operation anymore, but Jinbei sumi was incredibly heavy for Sanke, where it would almost look Showa-like at times, but you've got to look for them other factors at that point, so how it's sitting on the head. But like I say, Sanke can have it on the head, but where you're probably going to see it, on the top part of the head, the back part, to be honest, rather than closer to the mouth. Although, again, seen that before, just not in big cases. Matsunosuke Sanke can look a little bit that way, to be honest with you, where it's a lot heavier. But you can get all variations. Marido, there's been fish like it. So, yeah, it's a challenge, that one. Obviously, it always helps when you typically know the breeder the fish has come from. You can use that to sort of trace back. So, just as an example, if you had a very sparsely sumied Showa that you thought was possibly a Sanke, but then it came from Isakoi farm, Issa only breeds Showa and Kwaku, so we know it's not likely to be Sanke. So there's little guides like that you can use to help you sort of figure out what's what, to be honest. But yeah, tough one. But just think Sanke can, and to be honest, Sanke can look like they've got Motogoro, the thick blocks of sumi in the fin as well. So it's really the full history is going to help you out, but it's bringing it all together in the end. And yeah, seeing how many of them boxes it sort of takes. But there are some that will always trouble you, to be fair, because it can be challenging. And that's when, to be fair, knowing the breeder is the bit that can help really identify what's what there. So yeah, good question.